Hey folks, this is my updated version of Anfield Stadium, which I'm sure needs no introduction as it is of course the home of Liverpool Football Club. With a seating capacity of 61,276, it is the 5th largest football stadium in England. Famous for its Kop stand, where I managed to get a ticket last year. It was great, and it has had a series of expansions, the main stand in 2016 and recently the Anfield Road stand, which was completed in 2024. It does have quite a distinctive look. I think most folks would instantly recognise the stadium from a glance. This was the old Anfield Road stand and they significantly increased its size. Construction took a while, but they built what was the vast new stand and they matched this side with the way it looks at the rear, and I think it looks fantastic. And the canopy keeps the rain off everybody now. Way back when I first started doing micro stadiums, this was one of my first, and I definitely got the scale wrong in comparison to my other mocks which came later, and of course this stand here no longer exists. And I also hadn't quite got the shaping and accuracy of the rear section, and I just felt it was overall not good enough. Particularly when you think in real life Celtic Park and Liverpool are pretty much the same size and same capacity. So I rebuilt the whole thing from scratch, and getting the new stand was crucial, but also the Kenny Dalglish stand at the front has all this brickwork and banners. The Kop is on the right and you can see how close to the street it is, so I want to include some element of that. The front looks way better, the brickwork looks better. There's a corner of the street there on the right, and it's a lot more accurate and bigger. The roof canopy here is enormous in real life, so I wanted to get that right. The back section has these columns and dark tan brickwork with red painted areas, and there's a ramp that accesses it too. The large glass canopy sections. The Kenny Dalglish stand has this large overhanging grey canopy with steel trusses overhead. I think the front now looks unmistakable as Anfield. Now putting it next to Celtic Park as a comparison, because they are so similar in size. Built the same base, it has the same footprint. Although Anfield is wider at its base, but Celtic Park is much taller, and you can feel that when you're in the stadium. It's much higher up than Anfield. I have these printed tiles from a Lego trader called Steve who does a lot of Lego shows, and they're great. For the base, I always put 2 or 3 different coloured bricks to represent the club colours. And the pitches are all the same size and same type of build, although I do different greens for the grass sometimes. I still wonder why Lego hasn't started doing these as sets. You'd think it was a no-brainer. They did the huge ones, but microscale would be great and they'd sell so well. It's weird, eh? So I'm going to sort of dismantle it all to show you how I built it. I don't do instructions, so if you just pause it at various points, I'm sure you'll be able to work out how to do something similar yourself. I basically start with the pitch and then build the seating with slopes and work around that. So you can see it's just red rooftop slopes here with bricks at the back, and then I put tiles on some of them. 4 angled 1x3 bricks on top of each other are used for the side of the building. This roof needs to have hinges on the side as the rooftop is curved. I used plates to build the stand, and of course it's tiled on top. The Dalglish stand is simple, using white inverted slopes and tiles on top, and then there's fence pieces on top of that, and the edge needs a lot of these snot plates so you can put the white tile facing outwards. Quite simple really. This all sits on these red slopes which have a layer of a 1x12 brick and a plate. There are 3 layers of seating here, The Kop is famous for a very sloped seating area that goes deep into the stand. The glass canopy is done using a 1x2 snot brick with trans clear glass pieces, and at the other end is 2 Erling bricks, or washing machine bricks as I call them. And it fits here perfectly. The steel truss is made with grills on plates. It's going to be a bit tricky to get this off. The rooftop is plates and tiles like this. And the seating area is simply red tiles with a plate down the centre. This area is just open, there are red wedges on one side, and that's because you just want to rest this in here. It has to be at this angle. If you push it down too much, it'll go flat or fall back, but really once you put it in correctly, you'll not have to worry about it, it'll just stay there like this. Like I said, I build all the seating sections at the same time, and this back area is very steep. So let's show you that now. Take this off. The back seating is just 1x12 bricks with red tiles all along there. On the reverse, I've used tan bricks, and in the middle these red snot bricks which add clear tiles for the windows, and you need brown rods for the pillars. The entry gates on either side are done with those washing machine bricks in dark red on the side. The corners have these angled hinged plates with those grey shield pieces. I think it's a good representation of the shape at this scale. I'm lucky I had enough red rooftop pieces, as I don't have any red wedges left. I think I used them up all on my Bayern Munich stadium. The rooftop at the back. It's a long brick built section with masonry bricks and then some of those old style hinges which hold up the roof. All along there are more snot plates which have grills on the side, then it's simply tiles on top. This bit uses 2 long bars with clips, and it all comes together nicely. It's quite narrow though, but in real life it does kind of look like that. I've kept this back area relatively free, and there are only 2 connection points with these snot bricks. On top is the steel truss, like so. This is where the glass canopy will go, and it is very strong, it'll stay there no problem. That's the clutch power of Lego right there, fantastic. The Kop has a red layer with a white brick on top, there's a protruding bit in the middle, and the corners have these sloped parts. To do that is simple, just a white wedge with a grey one reversed, and you do that on both sides. For the steel trusses that come down the side, I used a double snot brick and connected one of those older modified plates with a bar, and I did the same on the other side. The Kop roof is just tiles, and there is a darker tile in the middle, as it's actually like that. Let's put it all back together. Now this corner is a bit odd. The metalwork connects in such an odd way it's almost impossible to find a Lego solution to it. So I actually ended up just resting a grey shield upside down, and it just fits. Is this an illegal Lego build? Probably, as it's not affixed to anything. So yeah, but it works. The top of the new stand does have a solar panel, so I added a Lego one too. The front has various banners. I did it with a few tiles. Interestingly, it has a very blue coloured aircon duct on the top here, so I've recreated that with a blue tile. There's also these red covered sections outside the walls. I did a tiny corner of the wall that runs along the stadium here. Of course, it should be more of an angle, but hey, it's okay. I hope that helps. If you wanted to recreate something similar, I don't do instructions. I wouldn't know where to start, to be honest. I'm really happy with it though. The scale is perfect and it's way more accurate. I have a few more stadiums coming soon, as I have 2 shows where I'm doing just micro scale stuff, so check that out on the channel when it comes. And thanks so much for watching.